Welcome to Biz Wire. I'm Joseph Nordstrom in BON's headquarters in Beijing. Food safety scandals are no April's Fool's joke in China, where on April 1st, new regulations went into effect in Beijing before being implemented nationally. Food safety scares and scandals have become so commonplace that people have lost faith in what the government can and is willing to do to protect consumers. The latest to get the public's attention is another company selling baby formula that didn't meet protein standards and what looks like a cover-up by local officials. This case is highlighting the loopholes in the country's food safety supervision system while dealing another blow to consumers' confidence in the supervision of the country's dairy and other food products. State-controlled China Central Television, or CCTV, reported that a Suzhou company allegedly mixed expired milk powder into Nutri-Defense products, changed production and expiration dates, and then repackaged them. Meanwhile, of the 17 batches of baby formula products with the Nutri-Defense label that have been tested by food safety authorities, at least 7 have failed to meet protein standards. What's more to the story is that the consumer quality watchdog in Suzhou closed down the production line back in November of last year, as the company did not have a license for food production, but the public wasn't notified, and despite the closure, the milk powder products were still on sale in many cities as of last month. Many consumers were enraged about the time gap between the authorities' crackdown and the media report, which has led them to question the role of food safety supervision. Li Shugong, a professor of public health at Fudan University in Shanghai, said an effective supervision system is badly needed after the country's food safety agencies are revamped. Otherwise, he said, China's food industry has no future. The latest scare has also touched a nerve among consumers at a time when Chinese parents are showing clear preferences for foreign brands and demonstrating little confidence in local brands in the wake of a milk powder scare in 2008, when at least 6 Chinese babies died and another 300,000 became ill. Besides this, recently a wheat farmer in Henan province became famous after showing a TV crew the wheat his village sells to outside markets that grows on land polluted with toxic chemicals by a neighboring paper mill. The farmer laughed as he told the camera, "This is what you eat," meaning people in cities. His laughter shouldn't be interpreted as pathological, though, as it's more of a cultural defense mechanism to hide discomfort or embarrassment. And perhaps the farmer should be punished for knowingly selling toxic wheat, but it should be kept in mind that families like his earn about $3 per day and hardly have much choice when industry chooses to dump chemicals. China is home to an estimated 200 million families that farm, each cultivating an average plot of 1.5 acres, as well as 500,000 food processing companies, most with fewer than 10 employees. The small scale of most agriculture and food processing means the owners have limited resources to invest in the advanced techniques that could ensure better quality. Beijing does seem to be aware of the lack of communication between watchdogs and the public, as it looks to create a single agency to deal with food and drug regulations after recent scandals. On March 10th, the Chinese government announced it will create a new super ministry to ensure the quality of China's food and drugs. The General Food and Drug Administration will assume responsibility for setting standards and monitoring production, distribution, and consumption, tasks previously handled by as many as 9 different government organizations. But there is a perception that much more needs to be done by government and domestic firms to fix the rift caused by decades of health scares and scandals, with fresh rumors flying on a weekly basis. As Josh Chin of the Wall Street Journal tweeted, "It's not easy being a journalist in China on April 1st, as anything you hear is plausible, especially when it comes to food and water."